So Conor McGregor is taking the Ryan Garcia approach to his training camp for Michael Chandler at UFC 303. Rampage Jackson. What does he know about Jon Jones? And what news is going to shock the MMA world about Jon Jones in the foreseeable future? Rampage Jackson seems to think there's something going on there, and it will be revealed very soon. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be. Also, we've got Marlon Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. Recently got announced. This has been added to the UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi card on the 3rd of August as the co-main event of Umar Nurmagomedov versus Corey Sandhagen. And let's see how this matchup goes. But I'm going to start straight away with this bit of news here. Conor McGregor, this can only be described as he's doing Ryan Garcia stuff in the build-up to his fight with Chandler. Now, this has got 10 million views on this one post by Spinning Backfist. It's got 10 million views. So regardless on whether or not this is going to be helpful for his training camp, I'm telling you this right now, this is extremely effective promotion. Because for all we know, and I'm going to go into the what if this is actually McGregor getting drunk and spending the entire night at a club. For all we imagine this, McGregor has walked into a club for about 30 minutes, got everyone hyped up that McGregor's here, got a little clip for his Instagram with his wife D Devlin, or his fiance D Devlin, and then posts it, and then someone gets a video of it conveniently, and now it's gone online, and this is really effective promotion for his fight with Chandler. I don't think it's that, though. I think Conor McGregor's an alcoholic. I think Conor McGregor's a coke fiend. I think Conor McGregor's lost his fucking mind long ago. I saw this coming on the rise of Conor McGregor. Like, if you saw Conor McGregor up there on stage with a bow tie while Jon Jones and DC are there with their jeans and t-shirt, yapping about, you know, all of the things that he's going to do and no chance, that's what you got. If you saw McGregor doing that on the come-up, bow tie and everything, you knew this was where his career was going to end if that guy got a sniff of money. If he got a sniff of money, he'd get a sniff of something else. And that's what happened to Conor McGregor. I don't think he's on the sniff. We've noticed a change in the way he's handling interviews, in the way he's looking when he's just out in public and you see a video of him. Even here, he don't really look on the sniff or anything like that. He looks like maybe he's having a drink. He probably isn't. Maybe he is. But let's play the video, I guess. Without audio because there's music to it. So it's Conor McGregor in the bar with D Devlin. Now, D Devlin literally hasn't been pregnant in minutes. So she's losing her mind. No idea what she wants to do with herself. So now she's all over Conor McGregor. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, not in the club. You know what I mean? Let's keep it clean. Not right in the club. All good though. But D Devlin, this is what happens, dude. She literally hasn't had a child in about 5 minutes. It's been literal days since this woman has been at the peak of pregnancy. You know what I mean? I feel like she's losing her mind a little bit, you know? She doesn't know what to do with herself. Because quite honestly, that's every time I've seen D Devlin over the past 5 years, she's been pregnant with another child of Conor McGregor, and they're having fun in the build-up of their fight, basically. They're enjoying themselves in the club. Conor McGregor's looking lean and mean. That's what we can say. I'm not really going to give too much analysis on this because otherwise it will get a little bit Jon Jones, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to leave it there. But Conor McGregor in the club, I'm going to say this right now. In a way, I could see a reality where Conor McGregor doing this and just getting it out of his system one last time before the 6-week training camp could actually benefit him. Now, I know it's crazy because you're not supposed to do any of this, and we know Chandler is definitely not doing any of this, and neither would a Makhachev or any other fighter, pretty much. But McGregor's such a psycho that I'd actually rather him go into a fight 10% less in shape whilst being 200% more happy. I actually would rather that for Conor McGregor. I don't know about you guys. Some fighters, they just live that plain Jane lifestyle. They've got their kids already by the time they've even got to the UFC. There's no distractions. They haven't really made too much money yet. So they just go through the regular NPC pathway of a UFC fighter, and there's no change to anything. McGregor's been going mentally insane in the party scene over the past however many years it's been since his Mayweather fight. And of course, he tried to make a comeback, broke his leg, and then that sort of reset all of his habits that he has. I feel like this might be good. I actually feel more confident for Conor McGregor seeing this. Because I knew like he was going to be doing some shit. Like he's probably still partying now and again. He's probably going to a club now and again. But seeing this doesn't really change my mind on any of that. I just feel like he's going to be in a better mood now. He's going to be more buzzing. He's enjoying himself. It's great promo for the fight. It gives me something to talk about. It gives everyone something to talk about. And we'll see how it goes. There was another clip of him as well where he had his hands going somewhere. And I don't know if that was D. Devlin's place where the hands were going, but McGregor might have another case on his hands if he's not careful. But I'm looking forward to the fight. Great promo. And this might get the edge off for the last 6 weeks. He's not doing much of a weight cut. He's fighting at 170. It's not like he really has to be too meticulous about what he takes into his body. So I'm gonna say this might be a good thing. In a weird, like Ryan Garcia convinced me this may be a good thing. Some people may be so crazy they just need to scratch that itch before they end up committing to the training camp. So we'll see how it goes. We move on though to another story. Rampage Jackson has some information about Jon Jones. I'm gonna let it play straight away. He was on the Jackson podcast. And he had a lot to say. He had a little thing to say about Jon Jones, which I think is very timely based on what I've been up to over the past few weeks, let's just say. So we're going to let this one play.
Hey, with all due respect, I got to tell y'all something. Pretty soon, there's going to be some news about Jon Jones. It's going to be really big, and it's going to shock the whole MMA community. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Fuck.
He's straight. I know, guys. It's going to shock the whole community, but turns out all along he's been straight. I know. I didn't mean to break it to you guys, but this whole time, Jon Jones has been straight. I know what your brain tells you anytime you see this man on a video anywhere or any audio of this man talking. I know it screams that he's gay, but that's the shocking news, everyone, and it drops soon. I have no idea what Rampage is saying, though.
I want to cancel this shit so you can tell us.
Yeah, all right, let's. Soon, there's going to be some news about Jon Jones. It's going to be really big, and it's going to shock the whole MMA community. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Fuck.
I know what this is, by the way. I've actually spoken to Rampage. It's a video of him blowing Rashad Evans' back out. Now, don't ask how I came into possession of this video. Luke Thomas sent it to me. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know anything about this. I wonder what it is, though, because it can't be Rampage like, he's gay, you know? Like, because that's already came out. I've already made the video. That came out before Jones did. Still hasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe Rampage has got something. I don't know what it's going to be. In terms of, like, what it could be, I guess we could say, you know, is this Jon Jones with a fight announcement that's going to be different out of nowhere? I highly doubt that. I really, really highly doubt that. It seems like Stipe fight's still going ahead from what we've heard. Seems like they're getting other plans for Pereira. They've already booked Aspinall, so I don't think it's a matchup thing, this is why it's going to be shocking news from Rampage. I don't think it's like a really big good thing with the way Rampage's eyes are going, because it looks like he's actually heard something that's like a bad thing. So this could be some kind of bad thing about Jon Jones. Who knows what it is? Maybe I could get a speak to Rampage and maybe we could get some info out of him. Who knows? But I guess we'll wait and see. Things aren't going well for Jon Jones, dude. All that time building his career on PEDs. And now this is how it ends. A laughing stock of the combat sports community. So we'll see what this is. I hope Rampage, I hope the news comes out and I hope Rampage is correct that there might be something about Jon Jones. But it can't be a gay thing, like, because that's already known. So what else is there? What else is there? Did he serve a USADA suspension during the 3 years that he mysteriously took off after the fucking fight with Dominic Reyes to move up to heavyweight? Because he weirdly took like 2 years to bulk up to heavyweight for some weird reason. So that could have been a weird USADA suspension. I don't know. Is it a USADA thing? Is it a behavior thing? I guess we'll wait and see. But Rampage seems to have some information. And judging by his expression when he says this, in his eyes especially, I don't know. You guys tell me. It doesn't sound like it's a good thing.
Soon, there's going to be some news about Jon Jones. It's going to be really big, and it's going to shock the whole MMA community. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Fuck.
Seems like a bad thing. Let's move on to this, though. The guy you just saw on screen, Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera versus Deiveson Figueiredo has been announced for the Abu Dhabi card, August to the 3rd. Now, the funny part about this is, Figueiredo's higher ranked than Umar Nurmagomedov and has way better wins. Vera's higher ranked than Umar, and I know he's already lost to Corey Sandhagen, so I'm not saying that, but this just proves that Figueiredo was more than capable of getting a fight with Sandhagen because they put him on exactly the same fucking card. So they were more than capable of making Sandhagen Figueiredo, but no, Figueiredo, the number 7 ranked, 6 ranked bantamweight in the world right now, 2 wins against ranked bantamweights back-to-back, former champion in the flyweight division, never lost to a contender in the flyweight division, has always won his fights against any contender and has only lost championship bouts against Brandon Moreno, and has a win over the current champion at flyweight, Alejandro Pantoja, who he really badly beat up in that fight, by the way, as well. He hasn't done enough to get Sandhagen, so he has to go through Vera first in the co-main event. But Umar Nurmagomedov, he's earned Corey Sandhagen because he beat these unranked guys that had just signed for the UFC and had no fights. So, nice legacy of championship wins, Figueiredo. You'll fight Marlon Vera and Umar will get the top contender. Because I thought, okay, maybe they're just doing Umar Sandhagen because we ain't going to see many bantamweights until September or October and Sandhagen wants to stay busy. But no. Figueiredo is more than ready and willing, and this is now what we've got. Great co-main event, no, great matchup. I am going to side with Deiveson Figueiredo. After watching Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera 2, and after watching a lot of Marlon Vera matchups recently, because let's not forget, he got the belt off beating Pedro Munoz. Or no, he got the title shot off of beating Pedro Munoz, which is embarrassing, to say the least. And it wasn't really a great, cleanly won performance. Like, Kyler Phillips just looked better against Munoz than Vera did. But, I just can't pick Vera again, man, since that O'Malley performance. Because it was just such a showing of levels that it really did, like, tarnish my opinion on Vera a little bit. When you think about back in his career, it's like, dude, did you have to, like, win the Cruz fight by getting a KO? You can't just outdo Cruz at this point in your career, you know? Cruz was, like, arguably doing better for a longer part of the fight against Vera than he was against some of these other guys that you went to a split decision with earlier. I know that Vera dropped him on occasion, but outside of those moments, it's just Vera getting beaten up. And it's the same thing against Rob Font. And then you look at, okay, he lost to Jose Aldo. He beat up these guys, Rob Font and these other opponents, but, like, he's losing all of the fight until then. The thing is with Deiveson Figueiredo that I think separates him here is that a lot of these guys that are fighting Marlon Vera, even O'Malley included, they get stuck on the feet with him. They can't really have the ability to do anything on the ground to him, so they get stuck on the feet and it allows him to work himself into a fight. Now, this is a 3-rounder. Massive for Deiveson Figueiredo. Huge, huge advantage for him here. 3-rounder, he's an explosive guy anyway. He's had experience now going in 3-rounders back-to-back. He didn't go all 3 rounds. He did against Rob Font, but that's what I want to talk about, though, in a comparison between these two. Vera was getting, like, beaten up by Font, and then he would land a big shot at the end of some of the rounds, and he would win because of it, and then beat up on Rob Font for the last 30 seconds of the round and win because of it. Deiveson Figueiredo shut down Rob Font. You know, he was in full control of the fight. It's not the same way of winning. You know what I mean? Figueiredo's a lot better in between the big moments, and he can have big moments of his own. Do I think he's going to finish Marlon Vera? No. Do I think he's got the power to maybe get more respect from Vera than a guy like Frankie Edgar or a guy like Dominic Cruz? 100,000,000%. And again, Vera had to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat against Frankie Edgar. Arguably lost the second round, definitely lost the first round, and won by a front kick to the face in the third round. But what did Frankie Edgar do to do so well? He mixed in takedowns. Sandhagen did it to Vera as well. Vera's got very little to no takedown defense whatsoever. He's extremely bad at stuffing takedowns. He's okay in moments, but against someone who can effectively set up a good shot on him, he does just topple over in takedowns. He gets toppled over very easily. And yeah, I think he has some of the longest leg reach in the UFC, so maybe that's a part of it. Maybe, like, getting to his hips is at a higher center of gravity than it would be for anyone else. Maybe that's why it's quite difficult for a guy like Jon Jones to take down Dominic Reyes. Maybe there's something to that Crash Bandicoot build for stuffing takedowns, but I'm going to say Figueiredo can do it. He's got the power to get respect. He's got the ability to win in the meantime, which anyone has against Marlon Vera. Even Davey Grant and some unranked fighters can keep up winning against him, but to a certain level until he eventually sort of changes the tide of the fight. But Figueiredo's got the power. He's got a hell of a lot of skill. He's got the ability to win this fight in the meantime. And he's got takedown abilities and grappling as well, as we saw against Cody Garbrandt. His scrambles at flyweight are now being transitioned over to bantamweight, and we've seen Aldo get the back of Marlon Vera. We've seen people get him down and hold him there. And I think that Deiveson Figueiredo could do that as well and really slow this fight down. So I'm going to go Deiveson Figueiredo with a very easy 30-27, unanimous decision with almost no signs of danger. And I'm not going to pick Vera until he wins again, because he has not looked good in any of his recent fights. I know that's weird to say because he fought for the title while having those recent fights. But, like, he's looked very basic. And I think Figueiredo would mix it up a lot better than he would, especially in a 3-rounder. So I'm going with Figueiredo. Great matchup, though. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.